Hey guys, and welcome back to another Conan Exiles video. Today we are looking over to the Steam Workshop to find 4 small mods that you need to try out, especially if you've not really experimented with mods too much. So, without further ado, let's get started with the first mod. Crafty Counters, made by Illspirit. This mod holds a very special place in my Conan Exiles experience, as it was actually the first mod I ever used. Even now, after it's been on the Steam Workshop for a good while, it's rare I ever really see anyone using this mod or showing it the love it very much deserves. Crafty Counters is a great quality of life mod for the mid-game that offers alternatives to the regular and reinforced crafting stations in a downsized and, most importantly, a clippable fashion to make your builds much cleaner and easier to organise. This mod also offers a sink for storing water, empty tables for decoration or storage, and also some downsized utility items, namely the planter, fluid press, grinder and drying rack. Most of the counters in this mod do snap together almost perfectly. Some of them don't, that's just because their dimensions are slightly different, but it's really easy to create a whole encompassing workbench in one room that looks great. Having looked through the Crafty Counters Steam Workshop page, it doesn't seem there are any plans to make the new larger workstations that were added recently with an Isle of Siptah update into these Crafty Counter versions, and for me that's absolutely fine. I think that these smaller mid-game stations work great in this mod, and I don't think the bigger ones need to be shoehorned in if they don't fit the style. Now, along with making these crafting stations smaller and easier to get into a build, they work exactly the same as before, and can be used to produce items and resources either by yourself or by using a thrall. Now, for some, crafty counters can be a little too clean. We've all got our own individual style when it comes to decoration and how we envision what we're building, and for some styles, crafty counters just won't do it. However, for general gameplay, it works great. Crafty Counters is a great little mod that I can't recommend enough for people that love the smaller quality of life mods. Fashionist, made by Testeri. This mod has been suggested to me a few times for the Colonising Conan server, and it's something I might actually have to add after trying it out for this video. Fashionist is a very small mod that adds plenty of options for character and thrall customisation, along with a few decorative items for building. Fashionist adds 3 custom feats, 2 under the armour section. Both of these feats in the armour section require armour at 8. Fashionist Display Racks offers an armour stand, a helmet display rack, and a saddle display rack. Fashionist Outfitter's Bench offers, well, the Outfitter's Bench, which can be used to distribute outfits to nearby thralls, which is a great way of cutting down all the needless busywork. There is also a Magic Mirror feat requiring Furniture Maker, which allows you to change your character's appearance, scalars, race, religion, voice, and even your crimes, along with generating custom templates. Along with dressing up thralls and changing your character, Fashionist allows you to reskin armour your character is wearing by removing or adapting certain parts of the armour without actually removing the armour effect. Think of it as a cosmetic override. For example, say that you really like the Legion armour, but you want the mobility that Aquilonian Scout offers. You can put on Aquilonian Scout and reskin it with the Legion armour. The armour stand also holds a set of armour that can be used to quickly add custom overrides to your current armour with just one click, which is a great way to quickly change how your outfit looks. Along with that, you can also remove helmets, gloves, shoes, chest pieces and leggings, which is a small but really quite a good addition. Fashionist is a great mod, especially if you're a role player, or you just like to customise your character, and let's be honest, who doesn't? If you are currently enjoying this video, do feel free to hit that subscribe button. 80% of my viewers haven't yet hit that big red button, so if you want to see more content like this, along with my first ever survival playthrough at 10,000 subscribers, feel free to join us here in the Coffee Cult and balance out that ratio a little bit. Sand and Stone, made by Shogakusha. This is probably the most recently created mod on this list, and it's a damn good one. Sand and Stone offers a warm insulated tier 2 building set inspired by the city of Marun in the Savage Wilds map, which is similar to the style of Sepameru in the base game. These building items are in a distinctly Stygian fashion, and the pieces themselves are wonderfully designed. There are 3 different foundation types with different textures, alternative window and door frame designs, and even types of walls at different heights, which subverts the usual Conan building material format in a really interesting way. Their Stygian style is woefully neglected within the base game. Sepameru is an area of the Exiled Lands that is packed full of character and interesting building design, yet the opportunity to build in this style is quite notably missing from this game. And whilst there are other mods out there that do exist that offer these Stygian pieces, they often have quite a lot of pieces that can overwhelm someone that isn't used to the identifiable but often somewhat hard to quantify style. Plus, if we're being honest, most base game building materials that aren't tier 3 are kind of lacking in style and substance. Sandstone is okay at a glance, but it doesn't have much character or style. Stone brick can be quite bland sometimes, and wood can also end up very monotonous. However, the Marun set offers style and substance, whilst also managing to sit in a somewhat useful niche within the material hierarchy of Conan. Whether you're playing PvE, modded PvP, roleplay or single player, Sand and Stone offers a small yet clearly well designed building set that I highly recommend. Less building placement restrictions made by Multigun and Hades. If you've ever modded Conan, you will know this mod very, very well. LBPR is almost always a must-have, as it's one of the most important quality of life mods that has probably ever been uploaded to the workshop for Conan Exiles. So many great areas of the game are unable to be used due to Conan's inbuilt restricted areas, along with some combinations and areas that are made difficult or near impossible due to Conan's inherent restrictions on the building system. And less building placement restrictions, as you may have guessed by the name, unlocks almost all those restrictions and allows so much more flexibility in building. I've always wanted to build something interesting here at the Sanctuary Ruins in the Highlands. Can I do it with no mods? Nope, this is a no build area, along with loads of other interesting spots around the map. Perfectly good spots are rendered pretty much useless due to the build restrictions around monuments, NPC camps and certain landmarks. However, less building placement restrictions removes almost all of these restrictions, and also allows you to do some very interesting things with certain building pieces. For example, windows. I hate that most windows in the game are tiny slits as opposed to actual windows, but with LBPR you can simply slap a fence inside of a doorway and now you have a window. Do you want to give your walls an interesting trim, or maybe just a design that looks a little bit more reinforced? You can place fences onto walls to achieve that easily. Do you also get very frustrated by the fact that walls often overhang foundations just a tiny bit? Not anymore, now you can clip walls onto foundations to smooth out this overhang. LBPR lets you do so many different things and really loosens the game's natural restrictions without making things too ridiculous. You can make building pieces look like they've fallen over, you can create entirely new pieces with existing pieces, you can clip torches inside of fences, and if you really wanted to, you could do what I'm doing here and turn a small build into a Salvador Dali painting, but I wouldn't necessarily recommend that. This mod is an absolute must-have if you're just getting into modding the game. Even if you're not terribly interested in modding Conan too much, I would 100% recommend this mod regardless, as it just makes the game so much easier and enjoyable to play simply by removing a few restrictions. And there we have it, 4 small mods you need to try. Thanks for watching. These mods are all tiny in terms of file size, with the largest being Sand and Stone at a minuscule 36 megabytes, and I recommend you give all of these mods a try if you haven't already. There are loads of small mods on the Steam Workshop that have gone directly under the radar yet still have plenty to offer, so if you guys want more, feel free to let me know in the comments. As usual, this video is indeed sponsored by NordVPN. If you want to stay safe on the internet and ensure you can't be tracked by shady individuals, or whilst being able to access Netflix, BBC iPlayer, ITV, Hulu, HBO and more regardless of where you live, all whilst maintaining blazing fast internet speeds, NordVPN is the perfect choice for you. When you use my link or discount code, you can get 68% off a 2-year deal, which comes out to $3.71 a month, an absolute bargain price for such a great service that I use almost every day. The software is a small download and it's easy to use. One click and you're both connected and protected, and you have full access to the internet. Nord also has very strict policies on protecting your data, meaning you can browse in confidence. Visit nordvpn.org/eradyt or use code eradyt at checkout to claim this huge discount and get the best VPN service available on the internet, and also help me out a lot at the same time. As always, thanks to Nord for sponsoring the video. If you've enjoyed this video, leave a like and let me know in the comments below if you have any build suggestions for future videos. As usual, absolutely anything is welcome. Don't forget to both follow me on Twitch and join the fun on our Discord through the links in the description. YouTube is currently my full-time source of income, so if you enjoy the content and would like to help support the channel so I can continue to put out the best content possible, do consider becoming a patron. The link to my Patreon is in the description. On that note, a thanks to our current patrons Sammy, Sodialot, Randar, Connor, Blue Ivy, Velma, Shannara, and Torn. If you're new here, feel free to check out the rest of the content on the channel. There are new Conan Exiles videos coming every Wednesday and Sunday, so if you like what you see, subscribe and ring the notification bell to be the first to see the next video, and to join us on the road to 10,000 subscribers. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.